Hello, 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 hello. Greetings, everyone. Hola, ¿cómo estás? How are you today? How are you? Today is Freestyle Friday. Yep, I think it's the 15th, December 15th. And believe it or not, we got one more week of lives in this way, anyway. Yep. So if you're tuning in later, I appreciate you and you're getting that announcement right now. For those that are have always come back, thank you for repeating and thank you for sliding on in. As I wait for a few people to come in live, that's all we need is one or two. Come on through as they get their notifications. Let me give you a couple of announcements and remind you that there are a couple of spots available for our seventh annual, believe it or not, Wordlife Astrology Retreat to Belize. Yes, that's what we're doing. We're going to Belize, July 11th through the 15th. I hope you can come. You can save up your coins. We have payment plans, whatever the case for you. However, you can slide on in there, do that thing. It's going to be grown and sexy, as we used to say about 10, 15 years ago. Oh, the village is open as well. I'm gonna get on into no, I'm not. I'm not gonna get on into the village, but the meaning of community and what was downloading for me, like literally 5 minutes before I was sliding on into this thing, this live right here, right here. I was like, wait, what? I feel like James Brown getting information, sliding on into the stage. Yeah, so we'll talk about the community, but the village is one of my communities in which I'm hoping that you can be a part of. It opens up, or I should say, the first live Zoom that we have is January 11th. We meet twice a month around the new moon and around the full moon. It's been scheduled as such to cultivate a particular syllabus and activities around. There's a lot going on in these in the village, so I don't want to keep beating it over like a dead horse because I've been talking about it. Is that the saying? Beating like a dead horse. I've been talking about it, but we're gearing up for it. So that means it brings me back to the previous announcement that next week is going to be the last lives, and that's going to be it for the year. As I come back and offer up the village for you and different reading specials and bundles and all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, so stay tuned. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Okay, what is this thing doing? YouTube is getting new. What's happening, Anjay and Rob, D's Delectable, Desiree, and Nia is here. What's happening, y'all? Appreciate the six of y'all being in here live. You could have been somewhere else, but you said Sonja's on, so let me jump on here. So I appreciate that. It's 2:17 here on the west side of town, 5:17 on the east side. So wherever you are at, again, I am grateful that you stopped at this time, space and time to check out a sister. Now, listen, I want to do some readings today. I was called to do some readings today. And I said, okay, because I'm ready, I'm charged, I'm ready to go. So if you have your time, your date, if you have your sun, your moon, or your rising, and you want to read, let me know. If somebody is in your house and they like a free read, and they have their sun, their moon, their rise, as long as they're available and they're present, let them know. If you want to text somebody and let them know that that's what we're going to be doing at the tail end of this read, we're going to do that. And then I also thought as well, I wanted to do a lot of fun stuff because we won't be doing lives any longer. So I got to go out with a bang in a sense. And I also wanted to do a 3-card spread. Are y'all ready? So if you know some people that like to catch me live and they may or may not have gotten the notifications, let them know, okay? So they can slide on in here and partake in the partakums. What's happening, sweet tea? Copper Fox, did I say hello to you? All right, Nia. Coming up next, let me share what these downloads were really, really quickly. And let me preface it by saying I do not want to insult anyone that has their own definition of community and village and tribes and togetherness and whatever you want to call it. This is just something that came through, as always, that I'm called to share, and it may hit a little bit differently. So one of the things in which I love about community is just being, how can I say it? And let me take it back real quick before I go into definition, because here's something that we can parlay some astrological knowledge in as well. Wherever the sun is in your particular chart, know this. Whatever house it inhabits is like a film of that information on your sun sign, right? So if I'm sun sign Cancer, in which I am, and my sun sign is placed in my 11th house of community, of groups, of friends, of the future, of trendsetters. That's the 11th house. Then I'm like a Cancer with a little bit of Aquarius on me with all of those descriptions that I just gave you. You got that? The few of y'all that's in here in this quick little astrological course. So I say that to say is that as this Cancer, I love community because my sun is in the 11th house of community and group. So I love it. I just love the fact that we can breathe all together. And I know this is poetic, but as one organism and get things done. I literally see that in my mind when I'm in a group, when it's harmonious for show, when there's a little weird ass gremlins that come in between and want to disrupt the energy and want to be egotistical, then for me, I personally back up and let that run amok until it goes out because I look for the breathing again in community. So today I was thinking about that breathing and why that makes me so hype and literally like so passionate. I feel like the only child at 10 years old wanting somebody to sleep over my house. I just want company. Like I just feel so excited to get into that breath again. And one of the things that came down was be willing. Okay, I wrote this and I squoze it in. I can't be willing to quietly be in the group as an inspiration. Oh. I know what I wrote. Check this out. The first thing that came through about being in a community, oftentimes we see at least one person we, in quotes, admire or aspire to be, or has a quality about them that you go, wow, that's some dope ass shit. Hi, Ayatunde. Oh, I like the way they communicate. I like the way they use their words. I like the way they comfort people. Are y'all with me? Y'all hear what I'm saying? Yes, y'all. This is the first situation, the download I got about community. Then we'll go into some readings. Then we'll go into a 3-card spread, and then we'll get the heck up on out of here. I just wanted to give y'all some chock full of nuts today, okay? So you with me, Nia? I'm glad. That first one, but that thing needs to be oftentimes walked on a really small tightrope. You dig? Because the person who admires the other, in my opinion, needs to be able to look at the person they admire with a pure heart, not a pedestal idea, right? Of a situation or a person, not a pedestal, right? With a pure heart. Like I see myself, look at where I'm going. I see myself as not having what they have. So in recognizing them, I'm healing that part of me that I know has a deficit. That's the word I was looking for. The deficit within me. Do you see that? It's not about putting that other person on a pedestal. It's about recognizing your deficit and allowing yourself to get humble enough for that person to feed into them, into you. And sometimes you don't even need to tell them. Sometimes that's best because the ego of that person could get a little blown out. And they can go, oh, you like when I do such and such and such. Now all of a sudden they became a fucking professor and a guru overnight because their ego got sparked by something that you see in them. So sometimes you got to navigate that little piece of community really, really lightly and delicately. Do y'all feel that? Y'all dig? Does that make sense? Are y'all here? I know it's only 12 of y'all and maybe 10 of y'all driving, but does that make sense to you? That's one of them things about community, again, that's unspoken and that's necessary. It's so necessary. And the reason why it's unspoken, again, because it's the ego, emotional, roundabout bullshit way in which humans communicate sometimes. But we always are looking to be inspired and lean into another. That's the flow of the community. If you look at it as the universe, it's a bouncing off of each other quietly. We don't even need to say anything. That is power. That is the definition of one. Come on, y'all. Community, Spirit said, know when to talk and know when to listen. Know when to talk and know when to listen. That's the rhythm too. So many people have so many ideas and so many things to say that when they're in their community or when they're in a community, they have they have the spotlight on them, and they have this gumption and this deficit. There maybe have been a time where nobody listened to them. So when they get in community, they feel like, oh, I know all the knowledge about this thing, and people want to listen. So ego goes pew, and it starts to unleash all this information when possibly maybe it ain't time. It's rhythm and energy and community. Sometimes talk, sometimes listen. Sometimes the information that you have is going to fall on deaf ears, and you're going to have to hold it. You're going to have to hold it until it's valuable to another. That's intuition. That's community. That's knowing the people around you without judging them. That's saying, oh, Sonja had a bad day yesterday. Let me not talk to her about my bad day. Oh, Tiffany, her dog passed away. Let me not bring my dog over. Or, I mean, the bottom line is compassion and understanding of the rhythm and the flow of community. Know when to talk, know when to listen. Does this make sense? Y'all hearing me? I love community. Be willing to see the value in people. So many have been conditioned to see the fucked up in another. Is that a yes, yes, y'all? How many times have you haven't planned this, but you will walk in a room or in a salon or in the barbershop? I don't think men do this as much, but men got their own way, I'm sure, right? I can only speak from a feminine perspective. And you walk into you walk into a place, and your reaction is as such where you're picking the person apart before you are celebrating them. It's conditioning. It's petty. And a lot of people will go, oh, I don't do that. I'm grown. I celebrate. We know how to celebrate. But catch yourself. Don't lie to yourself. And don't lie to me in this moment in time. And please don't lie to yourself in this moment in time. Because that's the beautiful thing about community. And oftentimes the tell-all is that when you lying, when you ain't working, the community will feel it. One person in there will get it because it's all about community. And they'll feel your defensiveness. They'll feel your fight and confrontation as well. The energy may absolutely push you out the circle as well. Y'all see that? Y'all with my poetry today? What's happening? You can get pushed out the circle too. Why? Because the flow needs to continue. It needs to happen. It ain't personal. There's unspoken rules when it comes to community. And there are very much spoken rules and listed and in the lower book. Are y'all with me today? Be willing to see the value in people instead of picking them apart is that third position, right? Willing to see something that you can celebrate. And if your humanness and your conditioning and your pettiness and your envy and your insecurity starts to take over, counteract it with a positive thought. Because it happens. We human, shit happens. Counteract it and purposely tell them, oh my gosh, girl, I love that shade of lipstick. You don't have to be phony. You can just make yourself purposely go to the good thing. So it becomes a habit, the good thing, to pick the value out of people. Because in a community, you got to see the value. If you start to see the blemishes, you start to see the full blemishes. And now everybody becomes a blemish. When you see the blemish, in my opinion, in community, you got to pick the blemish. I'm not really good at that. Because sometimes I pick the blemish and I hurt people's feelings. And they don't know how to handle it. I'll be honest with you, I'm being Sonja right now, for real. When it comes to picking the blemish and kind of, checking that so it doesn't taint the rest of the rhythm of the community, I'm not too good at that sometimes. I have to admit that. I'm learning, right? Because sometimes it shocks me that there's a blemish in the first fucking place when 5 days ago you didn't have that blemish. I'm just saying. The bottom line is this, though. You got to watch for the blemishes and so it doesn't spread like cancer, because people come in with their humanness and want to attack and blemish the community, the rhythm. Am I speaking today? Maybe this is for me. Maybe I need to rewind this shit for me. When I pray, squirrel, when I pray, I do say, God, help things come through for everybody that's on here, including myself. So maybe this thing is for Sonja. Thank you, God. Thank you, Sonja. I appreciate you, Sonja. Ain't no problem, Sonja. I mean, we do this thing for us. Anyway, the fourth and final thing that I came on down and formulate some questions, some statements if y'all have, because I'm about to wrap this little part up. Please, now would be the time. The fourth point that I heard was be responsible for your funky energy. Y'all think this shit is obvious, right? You would think this is obvious, right? I'm talking about, okay, first of all, I'm talking about the underarm funk as well as the vibrational funk. Because squirrel, motherfuckers think that they can just come up and roll up and don't smell good in a community. That's part of being responsible and respectable in a community too. Adhering to the sight, the senses. I'm not saying be something other than you're not. I'm just saying, and you're in the community and everybody smells and sees and tastes, you're gonna make some nasty ass devil eggs because the community is making them. No, you're gonna make them taste good, right? The community needs to eat the devil eggs. So that means smell good too. I mean, you can look the way you want to look, another sense, but goddamn, the smell good and the funky attitude. Y'all know what that means. Sometimes people like to intimidate with their funky attitude. Check your human, cuz. Check your human. Meaning, sometimes people like to bring their funky attitude to a community because they need attention. I'm calling it out. They need attention because their ego has been like little taunted, little tainted. They need to throw a tantrum. They need to look to be the part. They need somebody to come in. You good? Leave your funky attitude at home. When you come to the community, it's not saying you got to come perfectly well. No, 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 no. Scratch. Let me rewind somebody's thought in this moment in time. Because we have a lot of circles, a lot of community gatherings in which people come in falling apart. But the difference is when they come in falling apart, they give permission to the community to lift them up. You don't just come into the community wanting to blemish it with your funky attitude. People do that consciously and subconsciously, but definitely consciously. Are y'all hearing me? Let me hear what y'all saying, because y'all ain't really saying nothing to me. I ain't feeling y'all right now. What's going on? You agree, LP? Lemon with a little water if you don't want any chemicals. Okay. I don't know what that means, baby. Maybe something I said, but I don't know what that means. Are y'all hearing me? Any questions, any statements? I just wanted to go over that and in that, since there's no dialogue or back and forth right now, I can end that situation. But that last one is a big, big, big deal in which folks don't even want to check themselves on a real, the funky attitude thing. Because some folks are selfish. Like, yeah, I'm going to take my funky attitude to this group, to this gathering, to this party, to this situation so they can make me feel better. Is that their responsibility? Is that the group's responsibility to make you feel better? So you bring your funky attitude in hopes that they do that. But how about somebody just, don't do that? How about somebody makes you feel worse? And now you done spread your shit all along the goddamn party. Y'all hearing me? I'm just saying. LP said natural deodorant. Oh, that's what you was talking about. That's funny. And I wasn't meaning to be facetious if someone took it like that. That wasn't my aim. Again, we're talking about community. Questions. I'm going to go back to Nia and finish off with that download. Thank you, Spirit, and thank you for sharing that with us, including myself. Again, sometimes I need to just say it for me. Even if I don't listen back, I need to keep some points going for myself, keep me on the track. Because why? We're a community. Shit comes through for me, too. I'm part of the group, cuz. I'm part of the group. Nia, what you doing? Your son in Scorpio? Yeah. Taurus moon and Sagittarius rising. Nia, okay, are you ready for me to read you? Just say yes or no. And you know what I mean by that. because you're Scorpio, so you know. Are you ready for me to read you? Anybody else have any questions? Please get your sun, your moon, and your rising available. I'll do at least two more, and then I'll, if no one else, at least two more, and then I'll do the spread. Nia, you still here, honey? Hi, Kina. Okay, Andre, I got JT. Okay, Nia, you want me to go in? Answer me this. And forgive for the little delay, y'all, but I need to know where your mother is. Just answer, is she on the planet or is she off the planet? I forget. And trust me, I don't remember everybody's readings. Squirrel, as Nia puts this information up. Um, I'm sure I told y'all this before, but it's really, really surprising to me how some may think that I remember like the readings that I have with them. It's really cute. And I know that they do it out of excitement and as a low down like testimony, like, son, you remember when you told me blah, 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 blah. And literally I'm like, I don't remember no nothing, not near nothing about people's readings. And I prefer it that way. I do my best to just get it off me instantly. Okay, she's on the planet. Okay, good. But at the same time, that's a blessing. At the same time, what I heard was nothing about your chart. I heard something about your mom, and there's a connection, not your relationship, but like I don't think it's your health, but I think there's a conversation that needs. I don't know if it's her health, but I think it's a conversation that needs to happen. And it also feels like slight little friction between you and her. Something needs to be decided on. I know I can't see it all the way. And to be truthful with you, I'm trying to protect you because you're a Scorpio. And Scorpios, they want to know, but they don't want everybody else to know. So I'm really doing my best to be respectable. But get with your mom. Can you just respond to me on that? Get to your mom. Um, And if y'all have plans to go somewhere, that's a beautiful thing, meaning like a little short hop somewhere, a little short trip. Or if it's a big trip, like a family situation that's being planned over the next couple of months or in the summertime or whatever. I just see a gathering. So get ready for that Jupiter on top of your moon, sweetie pie. I just saw that. Jupiter's going direct on the first, y'all. Jupiter goes direct on the first. Can I say that again? Along with Mercury, same day. That's going to be a good day, New Year's Day. But when Jupiter goes direct, honey, it's going to hit that moon. And here's what I just saw. Okay, I'm just going to say it out loud because I decided to open up today. This is what I just saw. There's an influx of emotions that's about to pour out. What would be beneficial is if you review what type of emotions that you're holding back right now in order to save face. You know what that means, right? In order to look the part or be controlled or like, like everything is good, I'm good. So you've been holding back emotions by saying everything, I'm good. Or you've been holding somebody else's emotions or something. But when Jupiter goes direct and it hits that moon, it's going to come out like a geisha, good, bad, and indifferent. Jupiter is opportunity and it's a good planet. It's a Skittles planet. Yes, and yes, and yes. But at the same time, what I feel in combination with the Skittles and the blessings that's coming, there's some other stuff that you've been holding on to that's coming up out of the mud with that. Nia, does that make sense? Don't leave me out here by myself, girl. Are you still here? That's gonna be it for that. There's also a cousin that's on the other side too that just recently passed away. I don't know if that's for you, Nia, or for somebody else that's starting to slide on through. Here's a distinction with the cousin that he's a young guy between like 25 and 35, and he has like wiry dreads. They're not organized at all. So if someone had a cousin, because I heard cousin, I see a darker skinned man and they have wiry hair coming out. That's either for you, Nia, or somebody that's coming up next or somebody that just came in. Literally, and I just rock with me, y'all, because it's the image, the picture that y'all would know. It's like buckwheat. It's like buckwheat sticking out, but they're dreads. They're not plaits. They're not braids. Again, he's young and he just left, and I think he smoked because his face is real dark gray. And a lot of people who smoke have that dark gray film on their face. In any case, he's wiry and very, very energetic, and he slides by and says hello. Okay, that's enough with that. Whew, Anjay, JT's Gemini Sun, Virgo Rising. That's interesting. And a Leo Moon. Well, you're a lot of fun to be with that controlled Virgo. Nia, I hope that helped you. And I hope that cousin that came through from somebody connects with them soon. He's really trying to reach out. It feels real desperate. It feels real urgent. So if you know who that is, connect with that person's people. Okay. Had to complete that. Thank you for being patient with that. Okay, so Anjay, JT, more specifically, that Leo moon and that Gemini rising makes you really, really fun to be around. I mean, Gemini sun makes you a lot of fun to be around. That's why you with Anjay, with her Aries Libra self. But the bottom line is there's a little bit of that Virgo thing that works in a lot of ways, but two specific ways for sure. It keeps you locked up. It keeps you rational. It keeps you controlled on some level. You can go buck wild because that Gemini and Leo in you is not only adventurous, but you're courageous. You say what you want to say. You move how you want to move. You live how you want to live. You're fabulous like that. That is your decision. You should probably have a t-shirt, JT, that says, my decision. I am my decision. Ooh, let me trademark that shit. Y'all don't be taking my ideas. I am my decision. That's so dope. But you know what? The reason why that feels like you, because possibly maybe JT, you had to fight against that for a little while. Maybe you had to, Anjay, make sure he's hearing this. He can come back. Uh, you had to fight that a little while for a little bit, not being able to live your decision, however that looks, baby. I don't know what that looks economically, sexually, in a neighborhood, like where you want to live, how you dress, or whatever. I don't know what it is. But the bottom line is that you've come into terms with who you are. And that Virgo is making it right and exact. I like that Virgo energy on you. Because again, with all that fun, airy, Gemini energy, changeable energy, always, always available to just have a good time and socialize. And then that Leo kicks it off with some willful fun, some courageous fun. Here comes the Virgo, keeping it right and right and nice and respectable, but at the same time, don't get Virgo energy twisted. Virgo energy, this is where I was going. Virgo energy, once it decides on who it is, he or she is, and it makes sense to them, not only are they bold, they will defend themselves. It's almost like they turn into a monster. I can't describe in the best way. In the best way. It's like Virgo energy, whether it's in your sun sign, on the rise, or in your moon sign, takes a long time to compute and put the puzzles together. But once it does, it's like unstoppable. So, with your Leo and Gemini energy keeping you light and airy and courageous and fun and moving, when that Virgo energy locks in, you are really unstoppable. You are your decision. I am my decision. That's that feeling that's coming over you if it hasn't come over you already, honey bun. That's all I'm going to say. Y'all figure out who had the braids? Nia, that wasn't for you? Sweet Tea, that was your cousin? Okay. Help you said, I wear that t-shirt. Shasta, you're the last one up. I hope that helped you, JT, in some kind of way. I know it was a little bit of astrology, but it was very intuitive. As you already see, I'm a little bit open. So I take advantage of that when that happens because I don't always allow this. Shasta, baby, Aries sun, Aries rising, Libra moon. Look at that little baby right there. Are you a Shasta baby or a Shasta baby? Baby? Body. Shasta body or like body? Like body. Okay, hold on. Aries sun, Aries rise. That baby. I keep saying the baby because Aries is a baby. It's juvenile like that. It's a baby. It's a baby. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know what this means. This is why I don't open up in public, because sometimes it cross pollinates. Shasta, baby, body. Shasta. What I see on you, honey. First, I saw the baby, the young energy that's around you, who loves to be in relationships, Libra. But then I saw dust, and I saw your body. And I don't know if you're thin or like 5'2" to 5'7", but in my mind, this is who I see. And it may not be you, may not be somebody around you that I'm referring to, but this person it's almost frail, a frail look. And please don't take it as a disrespect if it is you, but people who are small are small. Um, they want you to get your health together. It's not detrimental. And I don't feel the urgency, but I feel the need to get it together. I don't know who that character is, but she has hopped on the train, the Sonja train, the last like 4 months. I just keep hearing her in my head. Get it together. Get it together. Shasta, baby, are you still here? Did you hear that? Okay. Oh, I described him, sweet tea. Well, he was coming in for you, baby. He was coming in for you. And he's very wiry. Like he been partying all night, but he was just like, did you hear that, honey? Shasta? I can't go into you any further because I just don't want to. And it's not a disrespectful move, it's my choice. Take care of yourself. Think before you move. You need to make decisions, but you also need to not make rash decisions. That's that Libra fucking Aries dynamic. And sometimes that plagues you because you want to go. And then your moon is like, oh, wait. That is your moon, right? I mean, not misspeak, yeah. But your moon is like, wait, I got to figure it out. I'm indecisive. I don't know if that feels right. But it's deeper than that too sometimes, because if it keeps you in a lurch in that little back and forth movement, then it sometimes can get stuck in the body doing that. Get where I'm going? I.e. the dusty kind of feel that I feel around you. Again, if it makes no sense whatsoever, please forgive me for wasting your time. If it makes all the sense in the world, say a prayer tonight and allow it to drop into you further, and allow that prayer to seep in so changes can be made with or without you. All right? Okay. Let's get into some card readings, y'all. I want to do a 3-card spread today. Y'all ready? Hold on. As a matter of fact, I want to let y'all know too, this is one of the things that we'll be doing a whole lot more in the village. Yes, for the community. This is for the community, for specific people who may need it. Sometimes that's number 5 point. Sometimes we have to lean into one person in the community and everybody else has to be patient. So sometimes we got to read for a person if they're going through something that they need a little special attention, mend the circle, so to speak, repair the energy, the wave, the rhythm as it goes, you dig? What up, Keena? I just clocked out for lunch. So glad I can tune on. Okay, I'm glad you're here too, huh? Thinking of who that could be. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You thinking of who the dusty person can be? Okay. All right, y'all. This is going to be a 3-card spread. This is going to be a 3-card spread for us as a community. We are going to say the prayers for those that are in our community, in our village, that hasn't been able to come on today. Whether they're working, they're at home, they're cooking dinner, they just haven't been able to tune in. We're going to include them in our circle, in our village, okay? So this is a 3-card spread of what we're leaving behind, where we are right now, and what 2024 has in store for us as a village, as a community, okay? The energy that we're supposed to use, in a sense, that we are going to be elected to use. Excuse me, as energy comes through, sometimes I do burp. Sometimes it's the orange juice and sometimes it's energy. So forgive me. But as we choose this card, we ask Spirit, guardian angels and all of our ancestors and guides, that you choose the cards to help the community to strive. Ooh, courage, help the community to strive. Now, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. I that was really a jagged kind of back and forth conversation there. Um, but I was really flanked with a lot of thought and conversations and downloads. So I had to shut up. So my prayer was instilled and I said what I had to say. But thank you for your understanding and your patience through that weird little moment. So we got the three cards, they're all face down. The first one I said is the past, what we're leaving in 2023, what we're leaving behind us, what we're leaving behind in the old version of us, whether it's 2023 or whether the old version gets dropped off in 2024. I mean, what do you want to leave behind is the point. What's going to be behind you soon, okay? And then we'll go on from there. So what we leaving, what we dropping? You ready? Holy sheep shit. Holy sheepa shitter. We dropping the dream, y'all. Now hear me when I say this. Ooh, we dropping the dream. Now, it connects astrologically too, because the North Node right now is in Aries, which means the South Node is always 180 degrees away from the North Node. The 180 degrees of North Node for the constellation of Aries is Libra. Libra deals with partnerships. We are leaving these weird ass South Node ideas of partnerships of the dream. Oh shit. Oh, I love when spirit is high. Let me tell you something. When I read it, y'all gonna be just as enthralled. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me when I tell ya. But a mug needs some glasses. All right, here we go. It's what we leaving behind, y'all. Y'all ready, huh? Ain't nobody saying a gosh darn thing. Some enchanted evening, you're going to meet your soulmate, the perfect person who can meet all your needs and fulfill all your dreams. Right? Wrong. This fantasy that songwriters and poets are so fond of perpetuating has its roots in memories of the womb, where we were so secure and at one with our mothers. It's no wonder why we have hankered to return to that place all our lives. But to put it quite brutally, it is a childish dream. And it's amazing how we hang on to it so stubbornly in the face of reality. Nobody, whether it is your current mate or some dreamed of partner in the future, has any obligation to deliver your happiness on a platter, nor could they even if they wanted to. Real love comes not from trying to solve our neediness by depending on another, but by developing our own inner richness and maturity. Then we have so much love to give that we naturally draw lovers towards us. Say what? If this is not South Node and Libra, that's in the sky right now, that's transiting right now, that's community right now. That's the read for the community. Please and very please leave behind. It's asking as a community these old ideas of these partnerships and these people, whether they're your now I'm gonna extend it, whether it's your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or your dreamed of business partner. You meeting Oprah. Nobody has the motherfucking right, the obligation to deliver anything to us. So the moment we get that right, the moment we understand we have to dislodge from that and come back to our own power is when the love really finds us, is when the opportunities really find us. Y'all get that? Hello, is this thing on? Did we stop recording? Hello? Did hello? This is some South Node Libra shit. The community is leaving. Thank you, whoever's leaning on them hot hearts right now. This is blowing my mind. So here we go. Please join the village. If you are interested and literally pop-up readings like this, because Sonja flows. Now, there's a whole nother community rule. I need to write these things down. The so-called leader is the one who so-called controls on some level, the energy, right? And I am a leader in where sometimes I don't know what I'm gonna do until the moment. And I like it like that because I'm a performer and because I'm intuitive and because I work for God. And when spirit says show up like this, and then it shows up and then people benefit from how it just slid on in, that shit makes me high. That makes me get up in the morning and do these readings. That makes me get on these Freestyle Fridays when I don't feel like it. That makes me want to serve because spirit says, I got you. I know you don't have the energy, but as soon as you open your mouth, I'm going to give it to you. This is what the village, this is what community is about, y'all. And yes, I'm saying it at the most opportune time so you can sign your ass up. But I'm telling you, because this is the things that come through me. I love community for this. And they said in order to be better in the community, you got to drop the dream. You got to drop the dream. Nobody has any obligation to do not near nothing for you. When you come in the door doing it for yourself, people are like, oh, wow, you did that? Oh, okay, how else can I help? How can I help? You don't need me. You just want me around. Yes, I want you around. I told a partner that, squirrel, I know I'm going off, y'all, but I told a partner that recently, like a couple of years ago. I said, I don't need you around. I just want you around. He was so offended. What's the offense to that? I want you around. I know you want to be needed, big burly man, but at the end of the day, I don't need you. I choose you. Doesn't that feel better? Drop that shit is what spirit is saying right now. All right, because I'm about to go down the street. I'm about to keep it going, y'all. I'm about to squirrel. The present. This is what we drop in. This is the past. This is the present. Y'all ready? You know it's upside down, so I can't see it because I like to be surprised and dramatic at the same time. Damn, Leo. This is what we doing now, y'all. Come on. We healing. We healing. Oh, shit. I just heard somebody. I've been healing. That's been going on for the last 5 years I've been healing. I concur. I'm with you on that. But here's the thing. Healing has layers. Healing has layers, y'all. You just don't heal and you're done. I know you know that. But you also have to deal, heal, and take a break. Heal a little more and take a break. Have you ever gone into the hospital and got 5 surgeries at once? Or people who've gotten liposuction or weight loss treatments have gone and gotten all the treatments at once? Don't work like that. The body can't heal like that, and spirit and the mind can't heal like that. Psyche can't heal like that. Emotional body can't heal like that. Sometimes we heal in layers and waves. So what wave are you on? Where you at? You in the deepest of the ocean? You in the shallow of the waters? Where you at? You taking laps with me? Where you at? What part of the water, the ocean? You can answer that even though it's poetic and I'm being a little goofy. You can answer that. What part of the healing are you at? Okay, listen, book. I love you and I love these cards and thank you for serving me. But I can't find. One second, y'all. Here we go. Keena, you the only one on here? Y'all there? Y'all here? Second card. This is the present. This is where we at. What layer you at? The water is cold, and he said, thank you for answering. Where you at in the ocean? Where you at? It must be a delay in this thing. Please don't think I'm accusing y'all, but I can't see nothing moving. But a bunch of hearts coming up. Whoever's leaning on them, thank you. The present. It is a time when the deeply buried wounds of the past are coming to the surface, ready and available to be healed. The figure in this card is naked, vulnerable, open to the loving touch of existence. The aura around his body is full of light, and the quality of relaxation, caring, and love that surrounds him is dissolving his struggle and suffering. Lotuses of light appear on his physical body and around the subtle energy bodies that healers say surround each of us. In each of these subtle layers appears a healing crystal or pattern. When we are under the healing influence of the King of Water, we no longer hide from ourselves or others. In this attitude of openness and acceptance, we can be healed and help others to also be healthy and whole. And that's another thing in the community. Presently, it's about showing your shit, flashing your slip, letting people know you on the same level as them in some respect. I know we all evolve and mature differently in different rates and speeds. That's for real. That's energetic. But oftentimes we can see people where they are. We can remove our ego and let people know I was there. I understand you. Let's heal together. You understand that? It's about showing yourself. That's how you heal. You can't be embarrassed to show yourself. What layer are you embarrassed to show? Maybe that's what's being called to be healed. Is Mercury retrograde in full effect? Oh my goodness. And I hope this is really recording because I am spitting out some stuff, in my opinion. Oh, Nia. Please forgive me. I hope y'all can hear me. Can y'all put some thumbs up or something if y'all can hear me? This is the present. I'm going to keep going. Oh, and that's disturbing me a little bit. The healing as a community. Oh, I hope y'all hear this. Keena, you in here with us, huh? Okay. There's a couple of people in here. All right, y'all. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Deep in the fields. Okay. Well, when Nia says, things like Mercury retrograde, I'm thinking, oh, shucks, maybe I don't see nobody because Mercury retrograde is in full effect. But thank you, Nia. And thank you, everybody, for responding. All right. I haven't broken up. Okay, cool. The present. What layer? Where we going? This ending. This last card. What they want to show you. You ready? This always comes up at the most opportune time. We've seen this before. The magic and the beauty of the innocence. This is where we're going. As a community. As a community. They're communing. The older man and the praying mantis. Keeping it innocent again. Oh my God. I love my life. I love life. I love spirit. Thank you, God. Just thank you. I really hope that y'all catching all of this. And please leave comments after the fact. Please, very please. I'd like to know what you think about these reads with these cards and the concept of community. Innocence. This is where we're going. The most pure space. Squirrel, I know I brought this story up before. So if you are hearing it for a second and third time, forgive me. But I'm taking my time today because y'all not going to get no more Freestyle Fridays. There's only one more left next week. There's only one more weekly rundown that's going to be live, and that's next week. When January 1st kick in, I am recording the weekly rundowns for you, a shortened version, that is, and no more Freestyle Fridays, okay? So I'm trying to give y'all all I got in this moment in time. I thank you for your patience. I thank you. So here's a little squirrel kind of story that I thought about that surrounds innocence. I had this prayer a while ago for my life to emulate in some way this interesting movie called Shallow Hal with Jack Black. Now, Shallow Hal, its aim it was to be very deep and inclusive when it comes to people of all sizes. However, there was a lot of mean, off-kilter jokes in there that some people may or may not like. But I understood their intention. However, there was a standout moment in that movie in which hit me. You know, you have those moments in movies that change your life. It hit me, and I was like, oh, I want to be like that. Sort of towards the end, there was a couple of characters in which were seen handsome through Jack Black's eyes, and some were seen larger, right? During when he was under the spell, he saw big people handsome. He saw unattractively, seemingly unattractive people looking good. So when the spell was off of him and he saw people for who they are, he rose up on this guy who's like about 400 pounds, who at one point looked like goddamn Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? He rolled up on him and he was like, hey, such and such and such and such. And the guy was like, hey, Jack Black, you don't remember me? I'm such and such. And he was like, no, I don't remember you. He said, I'm such and such. He's like, oh shit. In his mind, he was like, Jack Black said, oh, he looks different, obviously, because the spell is off, right? Now he sees him for who he is. He's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's 500 pounds, right? So this is my point. I'm getting to the point, y'all. Jack Black says, oh, you must have been working out. And the character responded, nah, I haven't worked out in years. So how's your girlfriend? There was a beat in that line that was so pure and innocent, somewhat naive, but incredibly detached from Jack Black's insecurities, weirdness, his own judgments. Do y'all get that? Are you just as excited as I was when I heard that? And I hope I explained it with the same magnitude. The bottom line is that the innocence, the purity in that innocence of him recognizing, nah, you got me messed up. That was somebody else. Or, nope, this is who I am. And I accept me fully. And moving on. There was no reaction. There was no sarcasm. There wasn't, oh, he's trying to get me. There was no attack. I'm a victim. You know, it was none of that. It was so pure in his response, so innocent in his response. Please tell me y'all hear me, because no comments are going up. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Like, for real, the beauty of that, the godliness of that, of I'm a dodge whatever seemingly weird, sarcastic, off-kilter joke that you might have, because I don't see myself like that. God is in me. I see all God and beauty and the best about me, the innocence about me. If you see that, I don't know what you're looking at. But it was so pure and innocent in his response. It made me cry, because I'm like, I need that. All of that. Every day, all day. Because the world is cruel and I still want to be able to do my work. So anyway, this is where we're headed. Possibly, maybe, that story and the meaning of this card and where you're headed resonates in some way. The old man in this card radiates a childlike delight in the world. There's a sense of grace surrounding him, as if he's at home with himself and with what life has brought. He seems to be having a playful communication with the praying mantis on his finger, as if the two of them are the greatest friends. The pink flowers cascading around him represent a time of letting go, relaxation, and sweetness. They are a response to his presence, a reflection of his own qualities. The innocence that comes from a deep experience of life is childlike, but not childish. The innocence of children is beautiful, but it can be ignorant. It will be replaced by mistrust and doubt as the child grows and learns that the world can be a dangerous and threatening place. But the innocence of life, lived fully, has a quality of wisdom and acceptance of the ever changing wonder of life itself. Ashe, and thank you. Thank you. Thank you, God. I hope that hit for you. And I hope you are on this road of peace and innocence and clarity and grace about yourself and your position in the world, where nothing and nobody touches you. Nothing and nobody touches you. And your emotionality is mature enough to the point where you include them in prayer, as opposed to wishing bad or disconnecting from them with anger or judging or criticizing or whatever, that you can include them with purity, with innocence, and remaining who the fuck you are. All right, y'all? I'm out of this piece. I felt like I gave you a good part of me today. And I pray that you take that along with all the good parts of you and you put it in this awesome community that we have in this present moment. And you allow the prayers to ring real quick and mush it up with some music and some dance move and a little twerk here and there. And you put that out in the ethers for the weekend. And you allow those prayers to ring so we can smile, so we can celebrate, so we can be innocent, so we can be clear, so we can heal up, so we can drop the dream and just move on and be ourselves and know that we are the dream. We're the magic. We the thing. We the thing. Ah. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone. Take care of yourself, all right? Love up on you so you can love up on others. That's how it works. Adios.